So, Steve, I'm going to let you show your product and then tell why you ended up with second generation.
Well, shower clear was invented out of need. And shower clear is the only patented shower head consumer can open after each shower, leave open until let dry until they shower again, so no mold and bacteria can form. These are 3.5 pounds of solid brass, and what happened was my production was limited to 1,000 pieces a month because these were basically hand finished. So the manufacturing process for this, since it was the only shower head that had to do three things. It had to open easy enough for the consumer to use. It had to close easy enough for the consumer to use. Then it had to seal around the edges and not spit water out the side. Not so easy. Once we got that perfected, well, my manufacturer said, you can only make this in brass, which yielded this to be a $300 retail. Yes, we've sold over 10,000. I've been on the Doctor Show, the Today Show, all over the place. But to get into mass market, which is now very important for me and for the future of shower clear, I had to come up with a version that was affordable to the public and to hospitality because I have hotels coming at me, I've health clubs coming at me. They can't spend wholesale $150. They want to spend $25, $30. So we finally got to the point where through DuPont Plastics, they helped me. Just, they worked 3 years. Now this looks pretty simple, right? Opens, closes, easy. Well, because it wasn't so easy, DuPont Plastics, it took them 3 years to perfect it. So we're now in a position to go mass market, produce 40,000 a month of these, retail them for $59, and we're looking for a licensing. That's it, as we said.
So, thank you, Steve. So we're going to go down the row and introduce everyone to you, and then you'll have the chance to be able to ask some questions specific to any inventor you would like. Dee Dee, you're next. And Dee Dee's product, it's one thing, but it solves several different problems. Dee Dee, you want to explain?
Yes.
Lean into your microphone, honey.
Hi, my name is Dee Dee, and I patented the adjustable photo mail slot insulator. And what had happened was I had replaced my front door, the frame, the transom, which is the open window on the top, the side light, which is open window on top. I had a custom door made that was 1 inch shorter than the standard door, and I had a mortise lock, so I had a super special door, and I had a hole for my mail slot at that particular time to go in. Well, when the manufacturer set the door and it was installed, everything was perfect except for the mail slot. Mail slot hole was too large. So I looked online for something anywhere, anything that I could insulate my mail slot with that could adjust to fit that particular hole. I couldn't find anything. I just assumed it would be out there, but there was nothing there. So I was motivated enough to invent a product myself. So what I came up with was this adjustable mail slot insulator. So it's able to go into your mail slot to keep the cold air from coming in and hot air from coming in. So it keeps it insulated. The mailman is able to pass the mail inside the slot, and the slot will close. It comes back. There's a magnet that pulls it back shut each time. And so there's no air passing through. The mailman doesn't get attacked by the dogs or cat scratches. So it's able to do that too. When you install this product, which this is the best part, when you install this product, it doesn't have to be installed with tools. You're able to put it in the cutout of the mail slot of the door and expand it out horizontally with your fingers and vertically with your fingers. So an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old is able to install it. They don't have to worry about drills or screwdrivers or anything, and it's able to expand to the space. And a lot of times when you have a front door, that door is 1 3/4 inch thick. You're in the city, you're not going to take your front door off the hinges. So you'll try to get a jigsaw and cut that hole if you have to cut the hole. A lot of times that hole is not cut straight. So when you install this Boda mail slot insulator, it expands horizontally, but it's also able to expand vertically to an uneven cut to make sure that hole is sealed. So this is my product. Thank you.
Excellent. And I live in the South, and there's a lot of crawly things I don't like. The Boda will not allow anything to crawl through that slot that isn't supposed to be. And that is a good thing. So, Dwayne's got two products, and they're the inventors of this product, but they also have a busy full-time job. How do you manage being an inventor, manufacturing and selling products, and working still the full-time job that led to the invention?
Nights and weekends, and every time we get a little spare time, that's we end up in the shop trying to create something here.
You want to tell everybody what you've got?
This is a snapper. This is a one-man chalk box. It's got a clutch on it. Most chalk boxes you need to either hook, put a nail in there, or have somebody help you snap it. This here, it snaps itself in any direction that you go upside down. It'll work in any direction. It's got a 1-to-1 ratio. Here with just a spring, and it fits the hand. It's real small, fits the hand. And then I've got electrical items. You've got in most places they'll have a they've got you got your door trim where the door trim comes out. Everybody's running 3.5 or 3.25 inch trim. They have to cut the plates, so this isn't sticking out far enough. So what this does is create a whole box to move over without any drywall damage. That way the plate fits right up against the side of the box. And you don't have to move, you don't have to cut the trim or cut the plate. And this comes in 2 gangs, 3 gangs, single gang, up to 12 or up to 6 gangs totally on that, top and bottom. Each one of these is sliced, so it's A and B side. So you got just score and break each one of these. That's basically it. So.
Thanks, Dwayne. Guy is our next inventor, and Guy has got a unique situation because he works in the industry and saw the problem. So he's invented then a solution to the problem. Do you want to explain it to everybody? Well, it's kind of self-explanatory, but you go ahead.
Hi, everybody. So, as a 20 years janitor, I was facing this problem all the time. We all face that problem. Everybody, we all carries, every facility carries a janitorial crew. Mopping floors everywhere. So, the purpose of this is to solve this problem. We see saying caution sign with floor sign, but we still have 2 million slip and fall each year, which generate $10 billion in compensation liability. So if you are a business owner, you carry a liability insurance, $50,000 for each accident. How are you going to reduce that? I decided to reduce them. So, turning this one. It's telling you that the floor is wet. So you can be on the phone, or you can be doing anything else, or distracted. Even a flashing light draws attention to you from a distance. So let's reduce the 2 million slip and fall that we face in America. It's serious. So if you have an accident, you can be out for life. Let's reduce that, and let's make everything right. Okay?
Thank you. So one of the cool things too is that, there's so many people who don't see well, sight impaired, but they can hear the voice. They can hear the voice, and that will get their attention to make them look. So everyone here has got now their functioning prototypes. Some of them are actually selling products, and that's the perfect scenario for licensing. Is that someone, you've got the idea, you set it up, you get the prototypes, the intellectual property in order, and you start manufacturing what we call a short run. Because now you've been able to prove to a potential licensee, you're able to separate someone from their cash. That's great. We have licensed product based on a patent pending status and what we call a sexy prototype, but it's your basic proof of concept prototype. All right. So anywhere in between from the perfect scenario to this is all I've got, we can help people be able to show their product in our space or be able to get out there and work on a licensing deal. But I'm sure that some of you in the audience have got a couple of questions. So if you would like to ask some questions of our inventors,